Alright, y'all. Y'all see what's going on, right? Go ahead and make another little video for y'all. A cell tour part 3. Since I'm in a whole nother different type of cell.
The American policing system has plenty of problems.
Here's an example. Here's the concrete slab bed I talked about, the aluminum toilet, and the lights are on 24 hours a day.
Photos obtained by the New York Post last fall show detainees jammed in the intake area. Lozano says he spent weeks living like this.
Feces all over the wall, unoperable restrooms, toilets would not flush, the sinks would not work. It was disgusting.
And during peak COVID, well, it became impossible for prisoners to socially distance.
This motherfucker over here dying from corona, they got this in my room. They literally leaving us in here to die.
It's finna be a mass grave site up in these prisons.
This is a dormitory. We stupid crowded, we super crowded. Now, as you see, the folk walking down the aisle, and they got to turn and see that aisle is too small. It is way, way too small. These are the beds, they right beside each other, and this is the space.
Not to mention the abuse those behind bars receive from guards and deputies who patrol. An indisputable exclusive found Dylan Camerad was beaten by officers at a Michigan jail. He was a former MMA fighter. In 2019, Terry Whitehead would be beaten by former corrections officer David M Schwartz. These punishments happen at all times of the day.
The family of 35-year-old Lashawn Thompson, who is being held in the jail's psychiatric wing, is demanding a criminal investigation and that the jail should be shut down. On Monday, several of the jail's executive staff resigned, including the chief jailer, assistant chief jailer, and members of the Criminal Investigative Division. The Fulton County Medical Examiner's autopsy report said Thompson's cell was in, quote, extremely poor condition with insect infection and other filthiness around him, and had a, quote, severe bed bug infestation.
The latest comes from Atlanta, Georgia, where lawyers claim a man in prison was found dead after being eaten alive by bed bugs. Lashawn Thompson was in prison on a misdemeanor charge. Jail officials claim they put him in a psychiatric hold because of mental health issues. Protesters would gather outside Fulton County Jail to bring awareness to this injustice.
Understand, this is a human rights violation. What happened to Lashawn Thompson is a human rights violation.
Civil rights attorney Ben Crump would also meet the media. United States Senator John Ossoff of Georgia let it be known he is launching an inquiry into the putrid conditions of the incarcerated in his state. He cited the case of Thompson and the death of Josh McLemore, who passed away in 2021. One man who is keeping his promise? Exiled and tossed to the curb, NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick announced he is paying for the autopsy of Lashawn Thompson in hopes of getting answers to what transpired inside his cell. Of note, some autopsies can run from $20,000 to $50,000. An initiative that was announced last February through Kaepernick's Know Your Rights camp. The services offered through the initiative include the completion of a second autopsy, disclosure of preliminary findings, and issuance of the final autopsy report. His website would add, a police-related death includes in-custody deaths. In-custody deaths include deaths that arise during contact with law enforcement officers during arrest, pursuit, booking, transport, or incarceration. Therefore, pre-custody deaths are included within in-custody deaths. This would include a team of board-certified pathologists. Our board-certified pathologists will work objectively, efficiently, and diligently while relying on established forensic principles when conducting the second autopsy, the website would read. Our pathologists will actively seek the truth to provide victims' families with the most medically sound cause of death. The Fulton County Sheriff's Office said in a statement, the ongoing investigation is examining details regarding the medical care provided and ultimately will determine whether any criminal charges are warranted in this case. In conclusion, let me just say, what happened here is terrible. I hope we get to the bottom of it through this autopsy. Yet what strikes me as odd is that no matter what this man does, he will continue to be shunned and pushed aside because he is talking the talk and walking the walk. He is putting in the work. And for those at Fox News and Breitbart and the Jason Whitlocks of the world, shame on all of you. Shame on all of you. Because the double standards y'all hold between Colin Kaepernick and others is pathetic.